So today the talk is going to be about your freelancing on autopilot. So yes, who am I? I'm David, a freelance reactive developer, and I like mentions on Twitter, so you can mention me. And here is the address for the slides, and they are all online as a reference. So today I'm going to talk about how to create a landing page that wins new clients, how to use Airtable as a backend, working as a plumber, and how to do some marketing automation. So I have a question for you. What is the biggest concerns as a freelance? Of course, it's finding new clients. Because I look a little bit like this when I'm looking for new clients. They are calling me, sending me emails. My mother say, hey, my son is freelancer, you should contact him. So it's just a chaos. So you can say, okay, it's fine, I don't need to find new clients. I have clients now these days, so everything's gonna be fine. The thing is, there is a Murphy's law. So if something could go wrong, if it is going to go wrong. So because of this situation of the little virus, one Monday, I lost 66% of my clients in one day because the whole earth was on chaos. So I was like, okay, I need to take this seriously and I need to automate my new leads onboarding. So we are going to have 7 steps, I think, and this is step 1. You need to create a landing page with an impactful speech. First, you need to answer to the question why you are creating your service for your customer, how you are doing it, why you are the right person to help your customers, what you are doing, and with a call to action. So for example, if we have a look on my landing page on my website, I have a call to action to the onboarding. So why I'm doing this, I am helping companies to ship quality software for customers. What is my mission? I'm doing some mobile application, and here is some referrals and the call to action. So this exercise is really complicated. I'm still working on my homepage, but we have a starting point. And I have this email template I am sending to people who want to contact me through my website or LinkedIn. And I am sending them to my onboarding page. So great. The first step is done. We have a landing page for new leads. Step 2, we are going to use Airtable as a backend database, CRM, what you can. So if for people who doesn't know what is Airtable, think of Airtable as a spreadsheet on steroid. So basically, it's exactly as a spreadsheet. As you can see, there is some records on it with different rows, columns. So if you create a new Airtable, you should start with a new empty base and add these different fields. So for example, full name, email, what is the pain point, the budget, the website. And the thing is with Airtable, you have different type of fields. And for example, for this one, I'm asking the budget. I can add single selects, for the budget, and people can select what are their budget. And feel free to explore what are the different fields, because you have, for example, email for email, URL for URL, plenty of different options. Great. Step 2 is done. We have a single source of truth for all our data. Step 3, we need a way to collect questions with a form. Answers to the questions with a form, sorry. How do you do that? Simple, you go on Airtable, you click on new form, and it's done. You have a form in a second connected to the questions that you created before. So for example, here, for me, I just added a simple iframe, but that's exactly what I have on Airtable, okay? Great. So we have a way to ask questions to our new leads. Step 4, we need to connect everything together. Because during the week, I'm working on my client's project. So the thing is, I don't have time to check if people completed the form, and because I don't have a sales task force. So I was thinking, so maybe I can send them emails through MailChimp, because MailChimp is a good tool to do that. So let me introducing Zapier. So for people who doesn't know, Zapier is a way to connect all the different APIs together. So I'm going to connect Airtable to MailChimp. So every time I'm going to have a new record on Airtable, I am going to add my new leads to a list of emails on MailChimp. So you just need to connect the two different services, create a new Zap. And when you create a new Zap, you need to add the double opt-in to false, because if you add it to true, you can't send them email directly. And you can copy my Zap workflow if it's too complicated for you, because I did everything. And the data are not going to be connected. It's just the workflow is going to be the same. So if everything is working, if you have when a new lead completes the Airtable form, you have the email available on MailChimp. Great. So now we have an emailing platform. Yes, and I forgot to add a slide, but the thing is, if you don't have a MailChimp account, you can use the Zapier inbound email feature straight in Zapier. But I use MailChimp for other reasons. We are going to see it after. Great. So now step 5, marketing automation. Here is my funnel of my freelancing email funnel. So if someone complete my Airtable form, I am sending him an email, a presentational email with an introduction video instantly. After 1 day, I am sending him a follow-up email with a link to my calendar. And after 1 day, if the user doesn't click on the email too, I am sending him a follow-up email. That's why I'm using MailChimp, to know if people have clicked on my email or not. So first, you need to design your email templates. So on my funnel, I have 3 different emails: 1 introduction, 1 link to my calendar, and 1 follow-up email. And on MailChimp, when you are doing that, when you create a new email, they ask you, hey, do you want to use one of our template? So say no. Because plain emails are easier to build, and they are working better. So yes, just write plain emails. And that's what my second link looks like when I send them directly. So I have just a plain email. So as you can see, I am just using bold and italics with a simple link, and that's it. No fancy pictures, no nothing. And now we need to create, so we created our different templates. And now we can create our sales funnels with different rules. So the first email is going to send, we are going to send the first email directly after completed the form. The first trigger is going to be 1 day after the previous email, and the second trigger is going to be 2 days after if the subscriber doesn't open the previous email. Okay. And how you do that? You go and automate and create a custom automated funnel. You select your audience and you can begin. Great. So now we have a sequence of different emails to send to our new leads. But we need a secretary to organize all the bookings. Because scheduling is really hard. When are you available? Oh, yes. Are you free there? Yes, no. And plus we have time zone, which is a complete mess. So I'm using a tool for that called Calendly. And the logic is exactly the same. So it's a tool, you can connect your Google Calendar on it. And I say, hey, I'm available 30 minutes for a consultation. I'm available on Whereby, and you can just select the date. So for example, I want to book David Wednesday at 5, okay? At 3 p.m., sorry. And, oops, let's close that. And yes, I am using Whereby for the video call. So Whereby is just a tool. You just go on this and people can join the room with like nothing. They just enter their name and that's it. Nothing to install, so that's really easy. And as a pro tip, always ask the phone as a fallback, because here, for example, if people want to book me this date, I'm asking them their email and the phone, because some people, for some reason, doesn't know how web URL works, and or you can have plenty of, they don't have internet or things like that. So always cast the phone. Great. So now we have a calendar to book a calendar to book our events, and a friction-free place to have a video chat. And that's it. As a recap, what we saw today. So we have Airtable as a database / CRM for the source of truth of all our data. We have Zapier to connect different services. We have MailChimp to send automated email. And we have Calendly for our calendar and Whereby for the video call. I hope you enjoy the sessions for the lunch session, sorry. And I'm available for question if you want.